What's up, people in the vinyl community? I hope you all can hear me over the sound of the traffic behind me. This is Bob Ham, who have not been posting on my channel in quite some time. And why? Well, you're looking at part of the reason right here. This is my shop, Super Electric Records, and Lost Avenue Books, which we'll get to in a second. I've been super busy getting this place up and running, which we opened our doors at the very end of July, and was holding off on making a video to show you all the shop, give you a little tour until things had kind of settled down here a bit. And then we went through another bit of an upheaval because we were a collective of 4 people. Now we are just a collective of 3 people. Myself, 2 record sellers, myself and my partner Andrew, and then Nate, who runs Lost Avenue Books. So we've got still a little growing to do, little stuff to take care of, like getting some good signage out in front of the shop so people know who we are and what we are. You kind of see the records and books things, but I want to get my logo on there, which I'll show you in just a second, because I actually have a nice Super Electric Records logo. So I wanted to, there were some people when I announced that this was going to happen, and my good friend Martin of Martin's Vinyl wanted to see a tour of the shop at some point, and now I had a actual calm-ish Sunday to be able to make a video and give you a rundown of what we got here and what this place looks like, and hopefully encourage you to stop by if you're in the Portland area, or just to, support us somehow. So, we'll just start right here from the beginning. This is one of the window seats in this great space that we have here. There's 2 rooms, about 1,000 square feet. It was a building that has been around for at least 70 years, and a building that the owner purchased because, as he told us, he didn't want someone to come in and tear it down and turn it into condos. And so he has been a very gracious landlord, and we're really pleased to be in this space and to be in this historic Portland neighborhood on Northeast MLK Boulevard. So our good friend Nate, who runs Lost Avenue Books, has a nice little display of some newer releases on there, and we'll keep going this direction. And you can see a good selection of music and art books. I help curate the music and art book selection here, including, as you'll see there, friend of the family Mark Masters, his new book High Bias, and this great book written by a former member of Sun Ra's orchestra. So we got Rick Rubin's book here, a biography of Bad Religion, or a memoir of Bad Religion. What do you want to call that thing? They wrote the book, so this is a book about Bad Religion. And a book from Peter Siskind about Orson Welles, Louis Buñuel. A lot of great stuff. Moving on, so there's the nonfiction and poetry section, which Nate and my partner Andrew helps curate a lot of the nonfiction stuff. Andrew, if you didn't know Andrew, his last name is Neerman. He's one of the people, he is the person, I should say, behind Beacon Sound Records, a fantastic local label. Works with a lot of artists from all over the world, including Lau Now, who is from Finland, and some local artists like Blue Cranes, great Portland jazz group, and this wonderful duo Methods Body, and the Los Angeles artist Cruel Diagonals put out her album on Beacon Sound last year. Can't recommend the label enough. But as I zoom out a little bit here, you'll see this is new arrivals. The stuff on the left here is used, and then the newer stuff back here, we're getting some stuff from distributors, like this Bakita E.J. Carroll jazz record from Ghostbox, one of the greatest British labels going. Another great free jazz record, Rashid Ali and Frank Lowe. This wonderful collection of music by Yuji Ono. Some really, really cool stuff I'm bringing in. Ramsey Lewis, for you jazz heads out there, this amazing Banda to Capital record. Some psychedelic music from out of Brazil. And then we get into the indie alternative stuff, more modern stuff from probably like the late 90s, early 2000s forward. So you can get a little taste of what we're doing there. And next to that, well, you can see the books up here, I should say. There's some new arrival books, new releases, if you want to call them that, and then some books in Espanol, again helping to support the community here. And if you are a fervent fiction reader, as I am turning back into, When you look at Nate's selection for Lost Avenue Books, the guy just curates an amazing selection of material. Has really encouraged me to get back into reading fiction. I'm mostly a nonfiction reader, but he's really got me digging in deep with some of the stuff that he has for sale here. So I've been trading him some records for books and some used books and stuff. And yeah, I love working with the guy. Look him up. Look him up on Lost Avenue Books on Instagram. You'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to zoom over here to this other bin right here, which is probably one of the more popular ones. People tend to dig through here a lot. The post-punk, new wave and glam and psych stuff here. Got a great metal selection. Bought a collection from a young woman a couple months back that had a lot of metal in it. And then rock and pop. See, there's some ABBA, Iron Butterfly, Stephen Wilson, and Elvis Presley. More books and ephemera up here. Some of the, they're not rarer books, but just, more valuable, I guess you could put it. Some more Beacon Sound stuff, some more Lau Now material, a collaboration she did with a group called Sontag Shogun, and a zine that accompanies the CD. And this is Starlight Assembly, Dominic Appleton, who you may recognize, who's on one of the This Mortal Coil records, one or two of them. And then Nate has brought in some great Poketo journals for folks, and some zines and poetry books. Up the top of the shelf, we've got, a spin clean. Who doesn't love spin cleans? And some boxed sets up there for folks. John Prine, Darkness, ZZ Top, Apparat, Coltrane, Gas. And moving down the wall here, a couple more box sets, some film music from, what's his name? Taravedyev, I think is how you say that. Anyway, some film music collection that came out a couple years ago, and then this box set of I believe it's a Bright Eyes record, right? You can tell me if it's not. I can take it. And some, mass market cassettes, if you will, if you want to call them mass market, including some newer stuff like Ohm and the great Melodies Echo Chamber. And then you'll see over here, I bought a ridiculous amount of Bollywood soundtrack cassettes at a thrift store not too long ago, and I'm still trying to sell them because I thought people would want them. Boy, the things that I'm learning in this business. I'm going to scoot over here. Another bin of records here. Jazz and hip-hop, reggae, blues, folk and country soundtracks, and of course international. I love this collection of Indian First Nations records. I bought a bunch of them. They were selling them in bulk on this website, and so I bought a ton of them and stoked to have them here. I've sold a few of them. Not as many as I was hoping for, but if you are a fan of folk music or native art, can't go wrong with that label. And we move up here, some more cassettes, newer stuff from the local label Moonglyph. There's a lot of ambient stuff, an LA label called AKP Recordings. And there at the end, the Michigan artist Golden Feelings, one of the last cassettes available, the last copies of that cassette available out in the world. I think he's almost sold out of those. And some more Beacon Sound stuff. This one's by an artist called Wind Farm, local artist, and this is a Zum audio collection that features the music of Yellow Swans, I believe is on there, and then the Intima, which my friend and business partner Andrew is a member of the Intima. Do you know that noise rock band? They are coming back to life after being dormant for some time. Some CDs here. The Norm Chambers, the great Seattle ambient artist who unfortunately passed away, I think last year, the year before. It's one of the last recordings he did. Some Jesu Amulets on DVD, L7. I'm gonna do this to cover up this risque Perfumed Garden release, which comes with a sex manual. Didn't love it, but I know somebody hopefully might. But the cover is a little, I don't want to say provocative. It's fine. It's just nudity, but I'm sure this will get shut down by YouTube if I try to put that online. And some CDs, because we all still love CDs here in the shop. Some favorites: Leonard Cohen, Rain Tree Crow, which is the reunion of 4 of the members of Japan. X, some local stuff. And we get over here to the other fiction section, which again, if you're a fiction reader, if you know fiction well, you're gonna look at this and go, my God, Nate really knows what he's doing, and he really does. Nate gets the job done. And the last bin of records we have out here in front are electronic, experimental, and modern and 20th century classical. It's a section that a lot of people head straight for when they show up here in the shop, because there's a lot of people that listen to that music here in Portland, but not a lot of places that sell it and know what they're selling like we do here. I'm gonna move on here. You got a listening station for folks, and you can see the counter. I'll back up here. Some stuff I've priced up, need to get on the shelves, and my copy of the first Velvet Underground record that I've been listening to this morning, and of course the almighty Wall records. Some more valuable, interesting stuff, newer things that we want to highlight for people, including this record. I'm going to zoom in on this one for folks. This group called Posted Dukes. Really cool kind of electronic and folk mashup by a label that just started not too long ago. The name of which is escaping me right now. Yes, Kota Tones. Kota Tones. I'll probably drop a bunch of links in the comments section here so people can know what the heck I'm talking about. But you'll see some recognizable things. Eugene McDaniels, Terry Riley, Daft Punk, that strange drumless version of Random Access Memories, and then Talking Heads, a promo copy of the first Talking Heads record. And an original of the Bowery Electric. Pretty awesome, right? Well, part of the reason we've been having such good success here in the first 6 months or so of us being open is that we actually have another room here. As I said, we're 1,000 square feet, and this is where we've been holding live performances by artists. Started off with Holland Andrews, an artist from here who lives in Brooklyn now and performed under the name Like a Villain and has put out music on Matthew Herbert's label. Really great experimental stuff. And so we've held about 5 or 6 events here, concerts, a couple of talks, some backstock books. And and we're going to be opening this up to more retail soon, which is why we've got this bin full of records here and some awesome stuff here that we just haven't even gotten out on the shelves yet because we don't have the space, and we soon will. But some nice seating for folks. We're going to really open this up for people and let people just come here and hang for a while, read a book, listen to some music back here, that kind of thing. So that is Super Electric Records, my friends. Not bad, eh? And I should say there is more back there, but it is a mess back there with the, as I said, one of the former business partners who's taking off and not being a part of the collective anymore. All of his stuff is still back there and some of our back stock. So we're not going to look there because it's a freaking mess. So I hope you all enjoyed this little tour of Super Electric Records and Lost Avenue Books. If you want to stop by, if you're in the Portland area, if you live here or visiting 2732 Northeast Martin Luther King Boulevard. I always get that wrong. 2732 Northeast MLK Boulevard here in Portland. Follow us on Instagram, superelectric_Recs, RECS. And also, if you want to follow Megalith PDX, which is the events, what do you want to call us? Like a production group? I don't know what we want to call ourselves. We're the folks that hold the events here at the space here. It's myself and Andrew. So we hold shows here. We hold shows at other places around Portland, just highlighting interesting music that might otherwise get brushed aside by some of the bigger named Portland artists and the touring groups, etc. I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about. I barely do. I hope you enjoyed I hope you enjoyed this little tour of what we got here at Super Electric. And I will leave you with a look at the logo, the Super Electric logo. Hit me up if you want me to send you a sticker and a button. I'm happy to do so, free of charge. Just leave a comment and I'll reach out, or hit me up on Instagram, DM me there, and I'll hook you up. Thanks for watching, y'all. I'll be back soon.